Um, what I find interesting is that the core of your reading is, so I picked the Three of Swords in reverse. And so, of course, this is normally a card of a broken heart, a disappointment, a confusion, um, possibly love affair, possibly some deceit. Now, whether romantic or even within career, like a business, in a business situation. And for some of you, literally, this maybe you had a heart surgery, like some of you, really, like few of you. So this in reverse, this tells me that you're recovering from this. So whether this was something physical or just emotional or mental, swords are mental energy. So if this was just a disappointment in regards to certain situation or a person or career or plan, it's like you're letting go, you're leaving it behind, you're recovering from it, you're healing your heart. And as I said, some of you literally. The confirming energy is King of Pentacles. So you actually might be dealing with somebody who is in a position of authority, who's now this could be like your significant other, your partner, business partner, your boss, but also your mother, your father, somebody who has a higher standing, who's important in your life. And then, so what I'm getting also is that in regards to business, because so Pentacles, it's all about money, work, business, even like investment or real estate, that kind of thing. But because this is in reverse, I'm getting a sense of deception. So careful not to get involved in any kind of scheme, basically. So there might be somebody who will try to fool you or cause some kind of deception or confusion. And you know, if this is not so, then there might be just this there's this message of careful with your money. You might be actually overspending, or there is a sense of trying to use money to get something, like a means to achieve something. And so yeah, so the possible connection to Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Now, the way you got here with the Knight of Swords, I really like the fact that something just happened for you. Maybe just recently there was possibly a decision that you made or some kind of development in your life. But I think it's a decision because swords it's a mental energy. So either in regards to a communication with someone, or the way you think about someone or something. So there was this need to charge ahead, to move on. It's like you changed your mind about something, or you finally made up your mind about something. And I think this is why you're coming out of, if there was any kind of confusion in your life or any kind of heavy heart about something, it's because you decided to move on. This is what's still influencing you here in the month of October. And then what I really like is that going forward, I picked 8 of Cups in reverse for you. And so this is all about happiness. So there is some kind of great joy coming your way, Leos. And it is because it's well deserved. To me, it seems like you had the power to walk away from possibly tempting things, maybe certain relationships or certain things you used to love in the past, but they no longer served you. So because you had the strength to walk away, there is some kind of reward coming in for you, and this might happen anytime within the next 8 months. So there's this great, it's a sense of happiness, but even like a celebration of some kind coming in within next 8 months. I really like your foundation. I pulled Empress for you, and so this is all about love and prosperity, fertility. It's a love of nature, love of animals. Great for money, investments, finances, as I said, great for prosperity overall, but especially love. So you do have this protection of Venus in your reading here. That's very nice to see. So there is a sense of prosperity and fertility, and so this is your foundation. You're in the position of your thoughts. So you may be thinking about multiple things. Like you do realize that you have to juggle many times to keep the balance, to keep the flow of things. But you also, maybe you start realizing that you might not be able to do this for much longer. So eventually there'll be a decision that you have to make. However, for now, your mind is on some kind of change, and it's in regards to either important relationships or material things. So everything, even everything tangible. So money, real estate, investments, or, as I said, important relationships. So there's a sense of duality. So you feel like you're juggling, you have this duality. So your mind is on that. When it comes to the way other people will see you, Leos, in the month of October, I pulled a 9 of Wands in reverse. So they will see, this is normally a card of strength in reverse. So there might be a sense of a weakness, like you might feel like people might worry whether, because there is a lot of, as I said, there is this duality or sense of juggling, which you do realize that there's a lot of things to take care of, and you might feel that there is many obstacles coming your way. However, this is also a card of strength, so I do think you'll be able to handle it all, even though you might come across that there is a little bit of weakness. You might come across as tired, or you might come across as somebody who needs to slow down. And I do see it also here in your reading that perhaps rest is required. When it comes to your environment, I really like this 4 of Wands. Now, this, even in reverse, this is very positive. This is normally a card of love and romance and completion, celebration of some kind, graduation, stability, foundation, house, like a physical dwelling. In reverse, there might be a sense of that maybe something was blown out of proportion slightly within your family or work environment, maybe unreasonable expectations. Maybe that's why you will feel that there is too much, you have too much on your plate. However, this is still an increase. There is a increase and prosperity and some kind of graduation, some kind of completion coming in for you. The position of your hopes and fears with the 4 of Swords, as I mentioned already, that you might need to rest. Now, whether this is caused by some mental exhaustion or some former, disappointment from the past that you left behind and you're moving towards this period of happiness, or whether this is physical, like, heart surgery or whatever health issues that you might have. So there is a great need to rest and relax. This is also great for meditation. This is great for spirituality, and it will give you more balance, more stability, because while you are able to keep this balance here, but with this multitude of projects or your tasks, this is only temporary. So pay attention. So do take care of yourself, and you should rest and relax. And I really like the outcome of your reading, Leos. I pulled 9 of Cups. And of course, this is the card of success and happiness and contentment. Now, this also might mean that there might be a wish that's coming true for you. So I really like, in connection with even your future going forward as far as 8 months ahead. So you do have this sense of happiness. So maybe something will happen in October that will make you very content. And this is also material well-being. This is healing. There's a sense of overall satisfaction. And then later on, there'll be this great joy, because you'll be celebrating something. And the behind the scenes, there is some kind of new beginning with the Ace of Wands. So whether this is love, so whether this wish and this healing of the heart, maybe for some of you, there might be somebody new coming in. You do have the Empress, so you do have Venus in your reading here. So you have the love blessing here. This also could be new business, new prosperity, money coming in. Overall, it's good fortune. So there is something happening already behind the scenes. There is some kind of new beginning. But for you, Leos, in October, I think you should be quite happy and content. So this is what I see for you, Leos, for the month of October. I wish you a lovely month.